Arts District, as you all know, is a very unique community in Los Angeles and perhaps the nation.
The Arts District traditionally has had this sort of off-the-grid kind of quality. It's sort of this very spontaneous, self-emergent kind of community of creative people.
I chose to move to Los Angeles in 1982 because I thought that world culture would evolve on this stage before anywhere else. The scene in downtown was really what drew me. It was a ridiculous and wonderful time. There were drum circles at night, there were rock and roll on the roof. It was an artist vibe that we were in charge of taking over a neighborhood and making it our own.
When everybody started flocking away from downtown, some artists came back to live here and said, we're going to continue and believe in this area.
And the Arts District is an invaluable resource, not just for the artists living in the community. It's a cultural engine for all of Los Angeles. Artists like George Herms, Paul McCarthy, singers like Michelle Ndegeocello, groups like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, all emerged from this scene. It's because there were so many artists living in proximity to one another, and they were here because rents were cheap. That began to be lost in the mid-90s when rents started going up. So we saw the need to try to preserve the area as a true creative community.
So 12 years ago, Jonathan Gerald, Lucy Jensen, and I, we set up LA Dad Space, Los Angeles Downtown Arts District Space, to build the Community Arts Center.
We couldn't afford artists living in lofts that were 25 cents a square foot anymore. At least we could provide them with a venue to find an audience. We could support installations and exhibitions where artists could display their work. We could support theater in unconventional spaces. We could support music events, and that's what we've been doing for the last 10 years. Now, gentrification has reached a level where there's a need for even more of that. We are supporting 88 units of affordable artist housing at one of the new developments down the street, One Santa Fe. And we've also received an NEA grant. The Arts District Center for the Arts is going to be located in the southern tip of the One Santa Fe building, which is a beautiful structure designed by Michael Maltson, who's a wonderful award-winning architect. The Arts District Center for the Arts will be a 99-seat theater, a 2,000 square foot gallery, and the theater will be convertible to a screening room, thanks to Warner Brothers. We want to create an interdisciplinary center for the arts where things that happen in the theater will have some relationship to things that happen in the gallery.
How do these artistic communities that are usually fairly segregated, what happens when you mix them? One of the things we've done with LA Dad Space is we've done some wonderful cross-pollinating interdisciplinary projects with visual artists.
The Arts District Center itself should be able to be a springboard to help elevate these up-and-coming artists who don't normally have a place to display what they're doing, whether it's artwork, whether it's singing, whether it's spoken word, whether it's theatrical, it's a play.
A nice girl. Our candidate here has that look, Rondell.
The Arts District Center for the Arts is essentially a consortium of all the arts nonprofits in the area that will work together to enhance the entire cultural reality of the neighborhood.
Padua Playwrights will administer the theater side. They're in the driver's seat to make the space available to other theater groups in the community.
Cornerstone will want to use that space. They're very excited about being able to utilize it, already envisioning stage readings of plays or coming back to the Arts District and doing maybe another site-specific production here.
It really is an opportunity to have a real activist art center, and by activist I mean we want to see stuff happening there all the time.
We're trying to build a place where artists and filmmakers and writers can collaborate and enjoy each other and live cheaply.
The Arts District Center for the Arts hopefully will be a really complete and extremely active art center where artists from every discipline in downtown Los Angeles will find a home or an opportunity.